Lucius was preparing to strike the final blow. The departure from the Emperor's sick-bed could be delayed not a day longer. Would he recover from the treacherous poison that had so weakened his mind and body? Or was it already too late for any hope of recovery? These and other sombre thoughts plagued Lord Northborough and his followers as they sailed home in despair.
My God! You're home! There's hardly anything left of it. How did Lucius lay waste to everything? In any case, you cannot stay here. Let us sail on to the cathedral city.
Oh, a coin for something not to eat, please.
My city. My cathedral. What have you done, Lucius? This is madness. You won't get away with this, I swear it.
God has listened to my prayers. You are both here. But I have failed. My knights and I are deploying everything we have against the enemy. But Lucius is simply too powerful. Forgive me.
Northborough, I thought you were rotting in the Orient with the Emperor. Anyway, my imperial cathedral will make me the highest power in the church. Then, by God, my crusade will take place.
Perhaps we can take the wind out of Lucius's sails by finishing our cathedral first. There are still a few ruins. We must hurry.
You have a wider range of buildings available to you.
What's this? The plants that were supplying the building material have ceased production? This is surely the work of Lucius. Please make sure that everything is running smoothly. I thank you with all my heart. These goods are desperately needed at the cathedral construction site. Please make contact with Madame d'Artois and the Grand Vizier. We'll only stand a chance against Cardinal Lucius if we join forces. Good. At the moment, it's best if we alone decide how the building material should be used.
You call that your tools production? You should give up now and at least save yourself a vestige of honor.
Your people are longing for company.
We need a vast quantity of tools for the cathedral construction. Please make sure that we are supplied with more toolmakers.
God that you are here at last. My hasty departure was in vain. Are you indeed willing to let me have this building material? You are a true angel. Meanwhile, I have been able to resume my tools production, and I will send you what I can spare. Once again, I come before you as a supplicant. My people are so cold and hungry that it breaks my heart to see them. Please, show your compassion and help me again. Come no nearer. I have learnt that Lucius's spies are loitering in my city. Help me arrest them. I don't want him to know about our trade. Thank God those debauched spies have been uncovered. Now we can trade again. I have a little surprise for you. One which Cardinal Lucius must know nothing about. Food and clothing! Are these for my people? God bless you! I can now rebuild my city and deploy a fleet against Cardinal Lucius. Allow me to thank you by giving you this wondrous object as a present.
You have found a way to reduce the maintenance costs for the cathedral construction site. That'll boost our balance. I entreat you, send the master builders back to work. Lucius won't allow his people to rest either.
Production has been disrupted.
Your stone production is pathetic. I already have enough resources to build a second Imperial Cathedral.
Time is of the essence. We must be the first to finish our Imperial Cathedral. When I look around me, oh, it breaks my heart to see everything in ruins. Is it foolish to hope that one day my city will once again shine as magnificently as before? The new toolmakers' workshops are now operational. Oh, excellent. That will really push things forward. Time is of the essence. We must be the first to finish our Imperial Cathedral. Time is of the essence. We must be the first to finish our Imperial Cathedral.
Forgive me for not being able to help you with your building projects. Some of my ships are missing, and I fear the worst. Would you go and search for any survivors?
My Imperial Cathedral will once and for all make it clear that all secular rulers must bow before the Church.
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
Allah be praised. The men have been rescued. Please allow them on board. A doctor should examine them to see they are in good health. Shukran. 1,000 thanks. You know, the men you saved are first-class construction workers. As their health has not suffered from their ordeal, I will send them to you to help you build the Imperial Cathedral.
Marvelous!
Oh, Al-Zahir is sending us some construction workers to help us. Wonderful! This will speed things up immensely.
Heathen workers are to help to build a Christian house of God. I ask you. Are you only just starting to build your glass furnaces? You don't honestly think you can beat me like that, do you?
Some dubious characters have been sighted in the city. Spies sent by Lucius, no doubt. We must catch them before they can wreak havoc. You have the spies? Excellent. Who knows what they were planning? Time is of the essence. We must be the first to finish our Imperial Cathedral.
Land sighted.
Time is of the essence. We must be the first to finish our Imperial Cathedral.
A new island has been sighted.
Of course, we must not forget to supply an adequate quantity of stone. The cathedral should be built to last forever, after all. Time is of the essence. We must be the first to finish our Imperial Cathedral. I've just received this letter from Abbess Hildegard. The Emperor. He's cured. At least a little good news in these somber times. Time is of the essence. We must be the first to finish our Imperial Cathedral. The cathedral construction is using up more money than we have coming in. If we're not careful, the city coffers will soon be empty, and Lucius will get what he wanted.
I rushed here as quickly as I could, you must believe me. Yet when I arrived, Cardinal Lucius had already razed the entire area to the ground.
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
Please don't send us away again. We ain't got nowhere else to go.
That's a load off my mind, and that's the truth.
Work has progressed more quickly than anticipated. We can't afford to rest on our laurels, though. The wall construction of the Imperial Cathedral is progressing very well, but there is still so much to do before the topping out ceremony. You've no time to lose.
How could you build the foundation for the walls so quickly? This is the devil's work.
The first-class master builders from my homeland have just arrived, but their ship was ambushed, and they escaped with nothing but their lives. Please help me provide them with some food and clothing at least.
The supply of building material must not dry up. All will be lost if Lucius finishes his cathedral before us.
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
The supply of building material must not dry up. All will be lost if Lucius finishes his cathedral before us.
Your people are longing for company.
One of my ships is missing, and now I had a vision in which it sank into the ocean. Please help me save the cargo at least. It is extremely valuable.
The supply of building material must not dry up. All will be lost if Lucius finishes. The supply of building material must not dry up. All will be lost if Lucius finishes his cathedral before us.
We heard of your generosity. Oh, you're opening the city gates for us? I'll never forget you.
Cardinal Lucius has slipped into madness. How else can we explain his actions? I pray to Allah that we are able to prevent the worst.
Your people are longing for company.
The cathedral construction site is consuming vast quantities of goods. I know, but we must finish the building first. Nothing else matters.
Have you really managed to salvage my cargo? Thank you. The ship may be lost, but the cargo is safe and sound. This precious object was also among the cargo, and it will be of great service to you when you build your cathedral.
We could indeed use some more stone on the construction site.
Game saved.
Will you fulfill an old man's wish and rebuild? Will you fulfill an old man's wish and rebuild this city to its former size? What's this? Ah, this will increase productivity in the glass furnaces. Excellent.
There is a lack of company.
The voices! They said the Cardinal does not act in God's will, that he must be destroyed by my own hand. I will gladly bear this burden, if you will help me do it.
Are the goods on board your ship destined for me? These master builders are true experts at their craft. I will gladly hand them over to you if it would help you beat Cardinal Lucius.
Some dubious characters have been sighted in the city. Spies sent by Lucius, no doubt. We must catch them before they can wreak havoc. You have the spies? Excellent. Who knows what they were planning? The Grand Vizier is now sending us his master builders too. How delightful! We'll now be able to complete the next construction phase in no time at all.
I have no cause for complaint, although I'm hardly jumping for joy.
How desperate must you be to bring Oriental master builders all the way here?
Production has been disrupted. There is a lack of company in your settlement.
Excellent. Our stone supply should be secured for the time being. I wonder if Cardinal Lucius is this far-sighted. The supply of building material must not dry up. All will be lost if Lucius finishes his cathedral before us.
Your people are longing for company.
We're not living in the lap of luxury, but we get by.
The cathedral should also contain splendid stained glass windows. We should build up a supply in advance. After all, this building material is extremely fragile. Some dubious characters have been sighted in the city. Spies sent by Lucius, no doubt. We must catch them before they can wreak havoc. You have the spies? Excellent. Who knows what they were planning?
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
The supply of building material must not dry up. All will be lost if Lucius finishes his cathedral before us.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Cardinal Lucius must be destroyed. Help me in my task, in God's name.
A letter from His Majesty, the Emperor.
My goods storage is
A
available.
letter from His Majesty, the Emperor. I thank God. He's already on his way here with his fleet.
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
I entreat you, send the master builders back to work. Lucius won't allow his people to rest either. The cathedral construction site is consuming vast quantities of goods. I know. But we must finish the building first. Nothing else matters.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Is that the delivery of goods for my shipyard? God shall reward me. I must start building my fleet immediately.
The supply of building material must not dry up. All will be lost if Lucius finishes his cathedral before us.
My ships have no weapons. I cannot produce them in time without you. Please help me in the difficult task God has assigned me.
There is a lack of company in your settlement. Production...
The cathedral construction site is consuming vast quantities of goods. I know, but we must finish the building first. Nothing else matters. The supply of building material must not dry up. All will be lost if Lucius finishes his cathedral before us.
Production has been disrupted.
Workers are celebrating the topping out on the construction site, thanks to your generous efforts. Hope is The workers are celebrating the topping out on the construction site, thanks to your generous efforts. Hope is returning. We have completed the bulk of the work, but Lucius is still breathing down our necks. Our Imperial Cathedral must be finished first, whatever the cost.
We heard of your generosity, so we just... That's a load off my mind, and that's the truth.
You.
There is a lack of company in your settlement.
You have already completed this level of construction. I will have to make those lazy dogs on my construction site get a move on.
Have you managed to supply the weapons I asked you for?
Another player's settlement is...
Allah only knows how the Cardinal could have done it. He has persuaded Ibn al-Hakim to cooperate with him. He is surely not helping him voluntarily. But I have an idea as to how we could put a stop to it. By Allah, you are here at last. Take this strongbox. Ibn al-Hakim of the Academy of Wisdom will know what to do with it. Ibn al-Hakim must receive this strongbox immediately. But watch out. Cardinal Lucius has seized the entire island and controls the harbor.
Will you fulfill an old man's wish and rebuild this city to its former size?
I am God's right hand on earth. No one will be able to stop me when I finally execute my plan. Now, get out. You here? Have you nothing more to do on your cathedral construction site? I am God's. I have never forgotten that you were once willing to help me. Now, I might have a way of outwitting the Cardinal. For the appropriate fee, of course.
Please also think about the glass for the windows of our Imperial Cathedral.
God bless you for everything you do for this town.
We're almost there. We can finish before Lucius, as long as we don't run out of glass for the windows. We're almost there. We can finish before Lucius, as long as we don't run out of glass for the windows. We're almost there. We can finish before Lucius, as long as we don't run out of glass for the windows. Some dubious characters have been sighted in the city. Spies sent by Lucius, no doubt. We must catch them before they can wreak havoc.
There is a lack of...
You have the spies? Excellent. Who knows what they were planning?
The moment the opportunity arises, I will send a ship to the Honorable Sultan. When he finds out what is happening here, he may come and support us, inshallah.
Are these the weapons that will send Cardinal Lucius before God? God bless you. The Cardinal will soon atone for his wrongdoings. Now excuse me. I feel the need for confession again.
There is a lack of company in your settlement. You have discovered a new island.
So, you still don't want to take me up on my journey? Excellent. Don't ask where I obtained this flag belonging to the Cardinal. The important thing is that it will help you fool him, and you can then proceed to finish your quest. Inshallah.
Ha! What a cunning plan! Raising the Cardinal's colours. I pray to God that you're able to deliver Al-Sahir's strongbox.
A sealed strongbox for the scholars. From whom? And what is in it? Very well. I shall have it delivered to Ibn al-Hakim.
Well done for delivering the strongbox to the Academy. This situation shall not continue much longer now.
The desert is like a hungry animal. When unleashed, it devours everything in its path. You don't believe me? Then see for yourself.
What was that? Saracen devils work to delay the completion of my imperial cathedral. You and Northborough have hatched this plot, and I shall make you pay for it.
Ah, you are here. Take this tome. This is what the Cardinal so desperately wanted to take from us.
Some dubious characters have been sighted in the city. Spies sent by Lucius, no doubt. We must catch them before they can wreak havoc.
I am finally master of my own fate.
This cardinal wanted to use arms to oppress us and force us to serve him. The least I can do is to give thanks for liberating us.
You have the spies? Excellent. Who knows what they were planning? Those production sites do need space, don't they? But please don't forget ships and trading routes to collect the goods. What an incredibly precious tome on architecture. Let's see. Yes, we can use this to substantially speed up the completion of the Imperial... What an incredibly precious tome on architecture. Let's see. Yes, we can use this to substantially speed up the completion of the Imperial Cathedral.
Your tome will be just as useless in your attempt to overtake me as all your other feeble ploys.
An illness is spreading through your island.
What a ghastly illness. You must have caught it when you held the Emperor's hand on his deathbed.
The signs of this illness are the same as those shown by our Emperor. My God, Lucius is behind it. He had the Emperor poisoned, and we're next.
Is that Cardinal behind this terrible illness? But Allah is merciful. I recently visited these witches and, alhamdulillah, acquired the last drops of the essence of life.
The people are rampaging through the streets. Your people are longing for company.
So, do you want to acquire this?
Please also think about the glass for the windows of our Imperial Cathedral.
This remedy will cure all your subjects. Well, that's what Hecata assured me.
Some dubious characters have been sighted in the city. Spies sent by Lucius, no doubt. We must catch them before they can wreak havoc. The essence of life? From the witches of the old tree? This is our... The essence of life? From the witches of the old tree? This is our salvation! You have the spies? Excellent. Who knows? You have the spies? Excellent. Who knows what they were planning? We mustn't give up now. I've received information that my cousin the Emperor is on his way here with his fleet.
I have no cause for complaint, although I'm hardly jumping for joy.
Oh, I am pleased.
Some dubious characters have been sighted in the city. Spies sent by Lucius, no doubt. We must catch them before they can wreak havoc. We're almost there. We can finish before Lucius, as long as we don't run out of glass for the windows. We're almost there. We can finish before Lucius, as long as we don't run out of glass for the windows. You have the spies? Excellent. You have the spies? Excellent. Who knows what they were planning? We're almost there. We can finish before Lucius, as long as we don't run out of glass for the windows.
A player has...
My God! We've done it! The Imperial Cathedral is actually finished! That I should see it happen. Let's hope we've foiled Cardinal Lucius's plans. Will you fulfill an old man's wish and rebuild this city to its former size?
What? No, it cannot be. How can your Imperial Cathedral already be finished? You cheated! Yes, that must be it. I will make you pay for this.
Northborough, my dear cousin, we have you and your friends to thank for our recovery. Now all those loyal to the crown will be rewarded, and those who were so self-seeking shall be punished. We are handing over command of the Imperial fleet to you. Destroy Lucius! And now for you, Lucius. We accuse you of high treason. This crusade was neither ordered nor authorized by us. As you are a man of the church, it rests with the Pope to judge. The Cardinal's ships are still sailing these waters. None are to be spared.
You misunderstand, Majesty. I am not the one guilty of high treason. Northborough, your own flesh and blood, and his accomplices are the culprits. I shall prove it to you by annihilating them all.
A vision. I see you, face to face with Lucius. You are engaged in a bitter struggle, alone. It appears to be God's will that you destroy the Cardinal, not me. So be it. Take my ships. May God be with you.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
As far as I can tell, the new glass furnaces are already in operation. Wonderful! Cardinal Lucius will be green with envy when he sees the windows in our Imperial Cathedral.
One of your ships is under fire.
Lucius's armada is pursuing my fleet. My ships have suffered heavy damage. Some have already been sunk. Oh, in God's name, help!
An enemy.
Go ahead, if you dare. No.
What demon has possessed Lucius? He is attacking ships in my harbor. His thirst for blood knows no bounds. Please, come and help! Quickly!
We heard of your generosity. That's a load off my mind, and that's the truth.
One of your ships is under
Until it is too late.
The Cardinal's fleet is smashed! The Cardinal's fleet is smashed! The Cardinal's fleet is smashed! Well then, we never doubted for a moment that you are up to the task.
That was a close shave, but we lost so many.
May Allah bless you. You have driven the Red Devil from my harbor. I owe you an enormous debt.
He jumped overboard. Really? As we have just learned, Lucius managed to escape. Track the traitor down once and for all and bring him to us immediately.
You have sighted new land. One of your plants has stopped producing goods. Production has been disrupted. One of your plants has stopped producing goods. You have a wider range of buildings available to you. Production has been disrupted. Production has been disrupted. You have more buildings available. Production has been disrupted.
Will you fulfill an old... Will you fulfill an old man's wish and rebuild this city to its former size?
Noblemen have settled in your city. Your water supplies are running out. One of your plants has stopped producing goods. Production has been disrupted.
My city! It's almost as beautiful as before. My heart is genuinely moved by your kind actions. I shall be eternally grateful to you.
New buildings are ready to be built. One of your ships is...
Be warned! Idiots! I am surrounded by idiots. Heads will roll for this. Let us bury the past. I forgive your ignorance. And you let me go. The Emperor must hear nothing of this.
Let the traitor know that he must answer for his actions. Well now, you are among one of the most loyal vassals in my realm. We shall not forget what you have done.
You are mistaken. It is not I who weaken your power. It is these heathens, and all those who support them. You should thank me, rather than banish me.
Silence, Lucius! You think we don't know you had us poisoned to seize power? You will be held responsible for your actions. However, you, my friends, have shown yourselves to be loyal vassals of our realm. Accept our thanks.
Your Majesty, I am honored. Yet I cannot accept the credit for all that was done. In truth, it was more my protege here who united the people and prevented even worse things from happening.
Lord Northborough is right. I almost allowed myself to be fooled. I would have been dragged into a war that was not God's will. It is thanks to you alone that it didn't come to that.
Indeed, it was Allah, in his infinite wisdom, who brought you to us. You have done so much for us. But what is the gratitude of an old man compared to that of the mighty and honorable Sultan?
Salam alaikum. My Grand Vizier has told me everything. I owe you my humble gratitude for having stopped this crusade. Let us take recent events as a warning that this should never happen again.
We heard of your generosity, so we just came here.